Hey guys, welcome back. While I was in the process of learning to sketch in perspective, there were 3 obstacles that I had to learn to overcome. And those were proportions, wheels, and symmetry. We'll go through them one at a time. Alright, so starting off with proportions. So let's make this fun. Why not do a supercar today? In order for it to be a supercar, it has to have the right proportions. Super low to the ground, has to look fast, and it can't be looking like a sedan. There, in about a minute, I've established the outline of the car and the basic proportions of it to make it look like a supercar. This brings us to our next topic, wheels. For a more dynamic sketch like this, I'll leave the bottom of the wheels out. But even doing that, you have to make sure that the wheels are facing the right direction and have the correct tilt. I'd encourage you to pick up a copy of Scott Robertson's book, in which he explains in great detail how to do this. For the purposes of this sketch, I've got a basic understanding of where the minor axis goes, and then the major axis, and then ghosting in the basic arcs. Remember, we're sketching, not drafting. Now to complete the wheel indication, what I tend to like to do is I'll draw in the center spoke right here, tab towards the center, same thing over here. And then I'll do this kind of an N shape, like a tripod. Follows perspective lines, gives it more of a planted feel. And then your 2 remaining spokes right here. Kind of like the arms of a person, if you want to think about it like that. You can go into as much detail as you want, but let's keep the sketch dynamic and let's keep going. Now the last bit might be the trickiest, symmetry. Just kind of go on the fly here, but let's do a headlamp design on the close side first. Maybe we're going to do a Porsche this time. Something of this nature. Something that we like. Maybe it's got a little S duct right here, and then goes into the scoop over here. Feather comes up into the cowl and into the A-pillar. Now, what do we do when we have to go and balance that over to the other side? So what I had to remember is the front of the car actually has a good bit of curvature, and that's most visible when you look at it from the top. Got some examples over here. So what that means to us is everything beyond the center line of the car, which is about right here, is going to be curving away from us, which means you're not going to see a whole lot of it. So instead of having to go and plot out the exact geometry of this headlamp shape over here, as a lot of us used to have to do here in drafting, that's not going to happen here. What we're going to do instead is we're going to go according to the vanishing point and these lines that point towards it to figure out how far this headlamp's going to be. And then basically just indicate a little bit of the shape while leaving the rest to the imagination to understand what's going on. All right, so I say it's time to finish up the sketch. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed hearing about the challenges I've had to face during my sketching journey. For more content, be sure to check back next time.